Subnautica Below Zero is mid. I can make a whole nother video talking about every reason why Below Zero blows ass. The lackluster story, the small map, the unremarkable Leviathans. The Leviathans in the game aren't terrible, but there's nothing really great about most of them. The Reaper from the first game had a terrifying design with an even more terrifying shrieking sound. The Lost River and the Void had the terrifying Ghost Leviathan. The Lava Zone had the... Yeah, never mind, actually, I don't care for this thing. But unlike the first game, I don't think there's a single Leviathan I can fully glaze in Below Zero. The Ice Worm has the coolest design and most potential, but unfortunately this thing has only 30 minutes of game time at most. The Void Chilicerate is just a scaled up evil variant of the normal Chilicerate, and the coolest Leviathan in the whole game is frozen in fucking ice. There's multiple cases to be made about how the current Leviathans could have been made way better, and what I wish was in the game instead, until I read the cut content logs for the Leviathans of Below Zero. And quite frankly, I will never forgive Unknown Worlds for cutting one of these Leviathans later in the game. There are multiple Leviathans, biomes, plants, and other things cut from the game, but there are 3 Leviathans that I specifically want to talk about in this video. And the first one we have is the Kitewing Sky Ray. I don't mind the idea of the land sections in the game, but the Below Zero land sections are just boring and confusing. The land sections are so boring that the only real threat in them is just starving to death. Sure, they have the freezing mechanic, but in reality, you will probably never find yourself freezing to death, considering you have the option to be in your prawn suit the whole time, or use the abundant caves and heat plants to heat yourself up. There's a lot of problems with the land sections, but one thing that could totally fix the land section is a fucking pterodactyl. That would put some actual thrill and excitement into the land sections. Imagine you're just minding your business, looking at penguins, and one of them gets swooped up into the sky like an eagle picking up a small child. That would be terrifying. There were 2 different proposed designs for the Kitewing, with one of them that looks like a basic sky ray from the first game, with it being black and white, and with the other design being black and red with more spikes on it, and a larger crest on top of its head. Another interesting design choice is the fact that its feet aren't like normal bird feet. It has fucking crab claws for feet. And if the Jurassic World pterodactyl scene taught me anything, it's that this creature would be terrifying and would also make the boringest parts of Below Zero a little more tolerable. The second cut Leviathan I wanted to talk about in this video is the Crested Reaper. A distant cousin of the Reaper Leviathan from the first game, this one made it a little farther than the Kitewing in the development process. The Crested Reaper has, believe it or not, a crest on top of its head, which is used to ram into ice to knock prey into the water. The Crested Reaper also has mandibles around its mouth that open up, which is what they ended up doing for the Chilicerate. With the Reaper Leviathan being arguably the most popular Leviathan throughout the games, I could easily see why they would want to make another one, and which they honestly should have done. This seems like a better fit than the Chilicerate, which ended up replacing it, but let me know in the comment sections if you agree or not. There is also some text talking about the Crested Reaper hunting in packs, which would also make sense because it's how orcas hunt in the wild to get seals off of icebergs. It's also explained that the Crested Reaper would have been highly intelligent, which would also make sense because a lot of marine life is highly intelligent, and it would be super cool if we got a predatorial Leviathan that would try to outsmart you by cutting you off or figuring out different ways to kill you. But unfortunately, this text is not confirmed to be real and could very well just be fan-made. But moving on to our final Leviathan, we have the Ice Dragon. Ice Dragon my ball. This one made it the furthest out of the other 2, and would actually be 3D rendered into the game, and they even made audio for the Leviathan. Going over the designs for it, the Ice Dragon is shown to be way larger than the player, dwarfing the Cyclops and Seamoth. The Ice Dragon design shows it having retractable claws. It also has fins that look like wings, making it look even more just like a dragon. There were 2 different heads designed for the Ice Dragon, with one of them shooting ice projectiles and freezing the player's vehicle, which is super cool. But hey, would you look at this? The second design head shoots fucking seeking torpedoes out of the top of its head. How did this brilliant idea go to waste? Imagine going into a press conference and going, hey, you know what we should add? An ice dragon that shoots fucking torpedoes. And they actually started working on it. This is actually the biggest fumble since I tried to get with the goth baddie one time. I will never forgive them for fumbling this shit. Unfortunately, the biome the ice dragon would live in would later be cut from the game, and so would the ice dragon along with it. But with Subnautica 2 in the works, I hope that Unknown Worlds will learn from their mistakes from Below Zero and are able to put out a game just as good as the first Subnautica. And also bring back a Leviathan that can shoot fucking missiles, because we really need that. That is the greatest idea ever conceived. But anyways, I wanted to say thank you guys for watching the video till the end. I know it was a shorter video, but I would appreciate if you would subscribe and let me know in the comments if I should talk about the other cut Leviathans from the game, or just do more Subnautica content in general. But thank you guys, and hope to see you guys in the next video.